Hello friends, it's Daly here from Melbourne, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm doing another quick tip for my beginner stampers, or more those people that are new to Stampin' Up or perhaps new to my style of card making, just to show how to do something that I commonly do, and that is use ribbons as texture underneath objects on my cards. So today I've got this card base that I've been working on, and I've got this lovely watercoloured peony, but I thought for a bit of texture I wanted to use some ribbons underneath rather than leaves. I thought I would put some ribbons or some texture underneath my card because that's pretty much my style. So I'll show you how I do that and how I secure them and how much I usually use and things. So, excuse me. What you'll be needing today is some ribbon scissors. Now, we don't sell these anymore, but these are my ribbon scissors that are hidden away from everybody in the family, of course. Very important with ribbon scissors. Some tear and tape adhesive. I find that the easiest way to secure the ribbons that I use on my projects, for when they're not going to be seen, of course. And then I've got 3 of my favourite ribbons and trims that I use from Stampin' Up. And so we've got, first of all, we've got the gorgeous new grey Granite Shimmer ribbon. Oh my goodness, this is just so beautiful. It's part of the Prize Peony Suite, and I just absolutely love it. It's got a bit of a subtle shimmer, real satiny, soft feel, and I just love the colour of that. One that I use absolutely stacks and stacks is the Very Vanilla Scalloped lace trim. Really great for adding texture, and I also use a lot of the shimmery white cardstock, and I find this a really great coordination for that as well. Plus I tend to do a lot of vintagey style cards, and I think just lace fits in nicely. And also, which carried over into the catalogue, the braided linen trim. Now I know we've got linen thread, but I just find that's a little bit thicker, and I absolutely love the texture of that. So I'm using tons and tons of that. So yeah, I'm going to use those 3 on my projects today. So in terms of amounts, I generally use either 2 or 3 loops. So say if I wanted it to go from here to here, I would just come out and measure. Okay, so I think I might use 3 of this one, so maybe a little bit longer. And the thing here, and with all of this sort of style of card making, is not to worry about being too perfect. Cutting your edges, your ends on an angle so that they look nice. So I'll do that with that one. And then I might just put a couple of bits, so we'll move the grey granite out of the way. Might just use a couple of bits of this one. Okay, let's do 3 just in case. And then we can always trim it if we need to. Love that. And you can actually unravel this one too if you want a really messy look, which I absolutely love the way that you can do that with this braided trim as well. This is just one of my most favourite trims for the style of card making that I do. So I'll link to all of these trims that I'm using in the comments below, so you can see which ones they are in my online store. But look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Messy is my style. Okay, and then the last one, I'm just going to do 1 layer of this because I don't want to get too carried away. So we'll see how that looks, and then if we need to add more later, we can. So I'll pop that like that. So then what I do, because they're all going to be going under that, my aim is to secure them underneath where the peony is going to be, because that's going to be lifted up, and then that will just work fine. I also want them to fill some of this space, so I want them to be quite, loose. We'll see how that goes. So we'll make a triple bit there. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that one. Sometimes at this stage I yell out to the kids or to Paul, say, help, I need somebody to hold something. But tonight I think I might be right. Paul's watching the football, so better not interrupt that. And oops, cardinal sin there. I just used the ribbon scissors cutting my adhesive. Sorry. Better not do that. Did not mean to do that. Keep ribbon scissors out of the way. Paper snips, good for that. Okay, so there's one lot. Next lot I'm going to do, might just do, yeah, I think I'll just end up using 2 bits of this one. So I might just do it like that. So we'll use the ribbon things for there. And we'll sort of cross that over to add a bit of interest. So we'll just pop a tiny bit more in there. Now I'll actually give you a link to this completed card at the base of the, in the comments section as well. It'll be on my blog, which is clairedaly.typepad.com, but I'll give you the link to that. And I'd love you to come over there and subscribe. So for anybody that subscribes to my blog, each week during the school terms, I send out a PDF tutorial, and often there's videos to go along with that. So that's just a great way if you like getting a little bit more learning or a little bit more content from me. It's completely free. Yeah, I'd love to have you over there. Okay, so my final one, I'm just going to put a bit more of an angle because that helps fill up a bit more of that white space. So we'll just secure that one in. And then we're done for there. And so I haven't attached it yet, but what I'm going to do is I'll be putting dimensionals at the top and the bottom here and just securing the flower over the top, which I think is going to look gorgeous. And I just add a couple of embellishments and I'll be done. But the main trick I wanted to show you was how to secure those ribbons, how many I use, and that it's okay to use more than one in that situation. I think the more texture and colour and the more layers, the better on a card. This one so far has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers and 3 ribbons, so I'm doing quite well. So I think by the time I put the flower, that'll be 7. So this is a pretty Claire standard full-on card. I don't do them all like this. I do some simple ones as well, but this is definitely not one of my single layer cards. So I hope you've enjoyed that quick tip, and I'll talk to you all again soon. And don't forget to pop down and subscribe, because I'd love to share my Make It With Claire tutorials with you as well. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, happy to send them to you. Doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator, I'm happy to send them to you. I started doing them at the start of this year because I really just wanted to share card making with the world. It makes me happy. I know it makes other people happy, and it's a nice feeling. So I decided that was something I was going to do this year as part of my business with that in mind. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.